I'm going to teach you a new build against Paladin+Rifle
Okay.
that I think will be most effective.
But is it is it something that is I have to blind commit at the start, or is it
No.
okay? It's an adaptive build.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But because otherwise, how can I ask you to go for that build, not knowing what's going to happen?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes. So you opened with Farseer Grunt into Headhunters.
Mm-hmm.
That opening that you have may change over time.
For sure. I already have started having like small variation changes in there.
Right. And where did you get your build? Did you get it from replay, VOD, stream, or
I have not
by yourself?
mostly VODs from you in particular. Whereas like I just like kind of paid attention to when you add your burrows, when you do level up, stronghold, and so forth.
So we have openers. Let's assume we're going to go only Farseer against human.
Mm-hmm.
We have openers where we open immediately for Headhunters without any grunts.
Mm-hmm. That's one I've
then
seen.
there's one where you go. You've seen that?
Yeah.
You've got Farseer grunt into later Headhunters, like one grunt into Headhunters or two grunts into Headhunters.
Or even three.
I think this was maybe a 2. Was this a 3?
I think this was 2, but I also have seen you do 3. And I watched 1 or 2 games from the Chinese orc as well. Lin?
Korean,
yeah. Where also he played sometimes 3 grunts.
Yeah, okay, cool. So the grunt opening and the Headhunter opening usually have a different way of playing with Paladin+Rifle.
Mm-hmm.
If we open mass Headhunters, one really good build is Farseer, Panda, Firelord. You go tier 3, Master Zerkers, and you pick Firelord third, and he has an ability called Soul Burn, which silences one of his heroes for quite a long period of time. So you take one chain out of the link, either Siphon or Holy Light.
Right.
If you open with grunts and you go into Headhunters, you can pretty much stick to the same thing because you have Headhunters.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have, like, let's say 3 grunts, then you might end up going with something else where a lot of macro might be required. You basically have to out-move him on the map and focus on trying to kill peasants with a lot of, well, let's say a lot of different tricks. Speed scroll, peasant attacks, maybe Zeppelin drop. It's quite a high skill execution.
That's not for me right now.
Not yet. So let's focus on first switching up your opening build order, assuming that we're doing this mostly because we see Paladin as the boogeyman.
Right.
So we are prioritizing an opening that works well in every rendition of human play, but it has the cleanest transition into the optimal orc versus human Paladin+Rifle build order.
Right.
It still works all the time.
Okay. Can you recap? Like, so it was the Farseer into Panda and then Firelord.
Yeah. FS HH opener, 6HH into Panda second, and then Firelord third. Fast tier 3 tech, Torrent Totem after tier 3.
No upgrades except maybe fortified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fast, fortified defenses, and Zerker plus Tauren.
Okay.
Lightning Orb.
How is the ratio Zerker to Tauren?
You'll try to fit in 1 or 2 Taurens in your 50 pop. And then you do the regular 50 pop pit stop, where you save up some resources. And then you go over with Tauren. And because of the production times, going from 50 to 59 means you will make 2 Zerkers and 1 Tauren.
Yep.
So we can say the production is 2-to-1 ratio roughly, but the initial ratio is going to be more like 8-to-1.
Okay. Is the lightning orb for the Panda or the Firelord?
Farseer.
Oh, Farseer with the lightning orb.
Yeah.
Does it
the Firelord could also take it. He's going to open with Soul Burn, so his auto attack is available. The problem is, if you put Lightning Orb on Firelord, he has no second ability. It means you either go Lava Spawn, which is a late stage summon that won't do that much in the late anymore, because it's a summon when everyone has lots of units anyway. For 150 mana, bit of a waste. If you go Incinerate, that is called an Orb effect, which adds a modifier to his attack. Lightning Orb is also a modifier. A hero can only have 1 modifier at the same time. Okay. So it's better if the Farseer carries it.
Okay.
For the lightning.
But the lightning orb, it makes it so, like, for example, Blade Master can hit air. It also adds more, like, +5 attack, was it? Or
yes.
And does it make the Farseer actually capable in battle?
You get a perch effect, like a slow effect.
Ah,
It
okay,
means
okay,
that
okay.
even though you don't have Hex or War Stamp, anytime you meet each other, if it's a fight he doesn't like, you have a high chance to get one free kill.
Right. Because they always have a slow, yeah, and he has fairly good range as well.
Yes, and if he adds Griffins, because you have Torrents, then you could put the Lightning Orb instead on Panda.
Okay.
Now, the reason we get Panda second is because it's about 80 seconds faster than getting a second hero from another source.
Okay. Yeah, because you
He
just
also
spawn at the tavern in the center or wherever the tavern is.
Exactly. And he also empties his mana pool fast. He has 145 mana combo. And Siphon also empties your mana fast.
Yeah. So you want to spend your mana ASAP in the fights.
Yeah. And Drunken Haze is a huge damage mitigation against rifles when aimed well.
Okay.
It only has 140 range, splash upon point of impact. It's a single target cast, but then it hits everyone around in a small radius. But if you do that on a cluster of rifle, Drunken Haze into Fire Breath, got a lot of damage. He's missing much of his attacks. How do we practice this?
I think you can show me the build and then I can try it afterwards. I watched one of your games where you were going to show Tyler how to beat Paladin+Rifle. And then you didn't beat Paladin+Rifle.
Well, you realize I was trying to make it repeatable?
Losing to Paladin+Rifle seems very repeatable, yes?
It's unfortunate, but I was trying to make it repeatable, so that was my, I haven't faced it a lot, so that was my previous best attempt at beating it with Mass Raiders.
Yeah.
Saul actually did very well against it, and it led to, I think, a furthering of a psychic schism in Tyler's mind.
Okay. No, it was still funny though, like you had like 400 or 500 more elo than him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do
But I mean, I wasn't playing... The thing that Tyler didn't recognize is that when we did the rematch after, which a lot of clippers didn't clip, before it got to any meaningful deviation in the follow-up strategy, my early game was already a lot better and already conducive to a great game state, just because of how I used Farseer, Wolves, and so on.
Okay.
But, you know, so in the first game, I was very standoffish. I didn't want to really commit, and in the second one, I just started hitting Pala and Rifle and Peasants more, which is apparently useful.
Makes sense.
So, opening so far was Altar into Burrow, Fill Mine. First new peon after Fill Mine is War Mill. First new after that is Barracks. And I try never to make my Burrow against the Great Hall, against human.
What's the logic in that?
A Burrow and a Great Hall together allow only peons, but no heroes or grunts. Or headhunters. So if a headhunter is trying to get home and he's getting attacked, Footman can travel through your entire base, whereas headhunters get stuck. So now headhunter can escape here, 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 which is good.
Makes sense.
Lumber optimization, sometimes you try to cut the tree next to the mill fast and then kind of scooch up. And you want to avoid this because they could body block this peon. So maybe I put this one over here.
I know that from Age of Empires.
Cool. Okay, so now we're kind of harassing things like peasants and so on. Then we're going to get to 320 and 190. Attack. Keep harassing. Usually we don't go away creeping ever. I'm just doing it now because I can't simulate the opening against AI in the same way.
But usually just harassing the human and forcing him his attention and denying him creeping.
Yes. Are you familiar with aggro toggle?
That you attack your own units and the aggro and such?
Yes.
I remember that from our human sessions. Back when we were human.
Great. When we were also human. Okay.
Yes.
25, get the shop. You won't always get it immediately at 25, but the earlier you get it, the more likely you're going to be okay when you TP out of a base dive.
Okay. Those rifles look different.
A little bit different. I've been seeing a lot of Warden recently, by the way.
Warden... Wait, they usually go for either the demon guy, demon hunter, or the keeper, or a warden usually, right?
Yeah, usually it's demon keeper. Warden is a specialist choice
Okay.
that some people do. Here, when you make burrow, don't ruin perfectly good 4x4s or 5x5s.
The panda is 5 supply, right? All heroes
Yes.
are 5 supply. Okay.
Yes. The one from the tavern costs a little bit more gold and more lumber than altar. I think it's normally 400/100, and now it's going to be 425, 135 or something.
Okay.
If you have 6 headhunters and all part of your tech was normal speed, then you won't have money to fully buy from the shop, like Heal Solve Clarity Speed. If you do, it's going to cost you second hero timing.
Right. And what's my priority in case I do need to buy from shop as well?
Then you just delay your 6th headhunter if possible, or delay your hero anyway, like if you're saving your hero.
Okay. And you can pick up the tavern hero with any unit.
Yes. Except sentry ward, but yeah, any worker, wolf, summon, hero, unit, etc.
You're opening Fire Breath, and then you will go Drunken Haze after.
Yes. I think you can actually open up Drunken Haze as well. Honestly, in the first fight, it's more useful to have Drunken Haze than Fire Breath.
Okay.
But I'm just creeping a camp that I can creep a little faster if I open Breath, which starts my mana regen. Now we tech. So I have reinforced defenses coming, and I'm teching.
Yep.
If I were to start this camp first, let's say, which is totally doable, it would be better for my first ability. I should give him claws if he's creeping anyway. It would be better for my first ability to be Drunken Haze. Okay. So I put Haze on him. It only hit the Sasquatch, not the Priest or the Berserker. That's how small it is.
Okay.
Regen is very good. I've seen you getting it.
Yeah. Usually once I have like 4 or 5, I try to get it.
What's that?
Usually when I have like 4 or 5 headhunters, I try to get it.
Oh, okay. But with this build, you will have 6 at the time that you could get it.
Yeah.
But it makes sense with how you have been doing your build. You can get attack upgrades, prepare the extra burrow, because once we get to tier 3, we're gonna immediately hire the Firelord and start a Tauren as well.
Right. Is it the case of once we have the Firelord, we should be attacking immediately because we have 3 heroes right away? Or do we want to wait for Tauren?
Usually we end up waiting for their timing.
Okay.
We want to crush their timing.
So
we're creeping until...
Okay, so we're creeping around until we feel like either we should attack now or we're waiting for them to make mistakes and engage us.
Yeah, it's a bit hard now to say because I really haven't seen many games with this build, but I do believe it to be the best.
Okay.
So we have to see how the games go at your level as well. Hopefully some ladder opponents will do it to you.
I hope so as well.
So the 7th Headhunter, looks like the timing is kind of good to just park him at the tavern. Fire Breath is cancel animationable.
Ah, okay.
So now you save up money. You need to be no more than 40. So we have 7 Headhunters. Oh, we have 8 Headhunters now.
Yeah.
You can have no more than 9 to fit the Firelord.
This Tauren is 5, Firelord is 5, and Headhunter is 2.
Yeah.
And the abilities on the Firelord?
Soulburn, and then Incinerate.
Okay, and Soulburn was Silence.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 75% attack damage reduction, lasts for a whopping 16 seconds.
That's insane. That's enough to win the fight.
Yes, but is it that long on heroes? I doubt it.
But still,
it must be more like stick. Let me check.
Even 6 seconds is enough to do a significant amount of work. What's the cooldown on it though?
12 seconds cooldown, 8-second duration. Wow, that's really good actually. 66% uptime.
You're realizing that the build is even better than you thought.
Yes.
Soul burn. And should my Fire Lord level up further, the next ability should be the summons, right?
I think
Or
Incinerate.
Incinerate. Which does what quickly?
It does like +2, +4, +6, +8, +10 on every consecutive hits with a 3 second grace period of being able to refresh it.
And there is a passive.
Yes, but you have to auto-cast it.
Okay.
Okay, that's the build. Now let's talk about some follow-up. You can of course get Pulverize. You can go extra burrows. You can go extra headhunters and so on. Now you have the option to get Lightning Orb. It's not high priority, by the way, Lightning Orb. It's a luxury when you're at 50 and don't want to go over. More important is Invulnerability Potion on Panda, a Mana Potion on Panda, always having a Speed Scroll, Heal Salve, and Clarity with you. Armor upgrade on Headhunters and Taurens, I would say, is more important than getting Lightning Orb. And then you also can get 5 peons, put them in your control group, get Tiny Great Hall, expand, and that should usually be combined with a Goblin Shredder purchase as well. So Lumber is too low to sponsor that. That's 285 combo.
And once I have an expansion, it's fine that I go over 50 and stay at over 50.
Sometimes you'll go over 50 on one base.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll make an expansion.
How many wood choppers does he equal? The
Shredder?
The Shredder, yeah.
Like 10.
10, okay.
It's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. If you can get him and you could foresee lumber issues anytime in the next 5 minutes, just get him.
Yeah, okay.
The main thing is that he's full population. So, and he's a big investment. The same cost as an expansion, 375/100.
Right.
But once you have him, you will never have lumber issues again, and you can get any upgrade you want. It's kind of nice.
I'll just run to the bathroom quickly.
Why not teach him Farseer into TC? That's going to be a strategy as well over time. Farseer TC. He needs to learn it. It's very important. However, equal skill, a Farseer TC player against Paladin+Rifle, the Paladin+Rifle player wins. I would need to teach him a lot of weird, crazy tricks that would basically, if he could perform them, would show that he's higher level player than he is, or than the Paladin+Rifle player is. This strategy, I think, is relatively straightforward to perform.
I guess it could be a slight problem that he knows what I'm doing exactly, and they might play into how he approaches it, but I guess it doesn't make much of a difference anyway.
That might be true for your opponents too, if this becomes your main build.
True.
They will never watch.
I'll train it on my smurf.
There are other builds, but we should just go one by one. Just one trick pony one. And then if you want, and you feel comfortable with it, and you get some results, we can switch to another build. Yeah. Or if you don't like it at all, we'll switch to something else. And then you play that for a few days.
Yeah, I like this though, because I think it seems fun to play because you're active, your activity the whole time.
Yeah, I was thinking of a build I wanted to teach you in Orc Mirror or another matchup where it's a lot of hit and run, a lot of vision, and so on. And I thought my heart started running faster at the thought of it at the build, but then I remember you don't like Stonewall Towers in Age of Empires 4, and I thought you probably like more of a skirmishing style rather than running all the time.
Kind of, yeah, but I think Orc suits a lot of hit and running.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm always open to adapt.
Okay, so it's all possible. Let's take it one at a time and not fill your head with too many ideas. This is a fighting build where you're constantly fighting and containing. If you feel like you have him contained well enough, then Moss Headhunter with Farseer Wolves can surprisingly quickly take an orange camp. The big camps on this map are the 2 Goblin shops because they offer great amount of potion and Scroll of the Beast. And if he gets either one of those, it can be devastating against you. So a huge objective is to get both Ogre Magi 5 in the middle.
Okay.
And if it's a risky steal because you're taking his first and you just left his base, then take only the Magi and then run away. It's hard. You see like, oh, there's more creeps. Usually run away or at least pull the rest around the corner so that you're not in a compromising position when he creep jacks you.
Okay.
I should not live coach you, I think.
No, you can. I mean, if you see something I'm clearly doing wrong according to the build, obviously you can just jump in and quickly let me know. But
Okay.
like you don't have to be like, oh, next worker this, next worker that.
Yeah, sounds great. Let's do
Yeah.
it that way. I'll try to do like how my brother coached me back in the days. 1 to 3 comments the most in a game.
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. All right, chat, let's do it.
Guys, I'm gonna say almost nothing. It's just gonna be him. I'm not gonna say anything. No, I have learned not to be a helicopter
Don't worry about
parent.
the opening. It happens.
I'm hands off now. Allez, jus d'orange. No backseating. No backseating.
Actually, I don't want to go there.
No. Nope. Okay.
So let's see, I have the build written down in front of me kind of here. So I'm going to try and follow that very nicely. This one will go and do a war mill.
Okay. See, looks good so far. I like the base layout.
Probably do it somewhere.
You can commentate to stream as you normally would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. Next one is a barrack. I guess I cancelled that and do a barrack before my next peon.
Okay, I backseat his streaming a little bit.
That's the question. Do I cancel that peon to do another barrack, to the barrack, or do I queue up another peon first and then barrack?
You did it correctly. There is a small peon stop in order to make this work.
Okay.
That was a comment, but he asked me for it. Okay? He asked me for it. It's not like I could just leave him hanging there. Where's the burrow gonna be? Here? Okay, he went next to the war mill. Good. This is an okay burrow location. I think his shop should be over here, so it's safe from Paladin+Rifle. He paid pretty good attention to the build order. Wedging his peon into this nook. Nice, nice. Okay, good. Very good. 3 out of 3. No, I didn't say it to him. I am on mute to him, guys. Come on.
Okay, so far so good, I think. For the most part. Let me so I can see chat as well. Though it's dangerous, guys. Grubby is watching. He's making fun of every mistake we make. Oh, it's just a militia. We'll ignore him. Pressure is on.
Work complete. My eyes are
Come on, rifle, come out. He's nervous. What? I'm not gonna say anything.
I wonder if it makes sense to... Oh, that's not what I want to do. That probably doesn't make sense.
I think for his long-term improvement, it's true that it makes no sense for me to say, you're attacking a farm, stop attacking the farm. Maybe for content it's good, but for learning maybe not so good. Yeah, he should have focused the peasant there. Okay, getting some nice hits on rifle. That's the first holy light. We're counting holy lights here. Tower is coming up. The guy's build order is good. Oops, he accidentally triggered an ensnare.
Come on. Okay, I have a clear error here. Those freaking creeps.
Minus 20.
Fighting under them is no bueno.
It is certain.
I'm gonna come from the other angle.
His build order rendition is really good though.
Where you want me go? Who you want me kill?
It slows down my progress a little bit, but
My eyes are
that creep is annoying.
like
Grubby, what if we completely traumatize... Oh, sorry, Grubby, if we completely traumatize the first group of streamers with our backseating. Yeah, we all did. Okay. I don't mind which one he attacks here. Could be Pala, could be Rifle, but the most important thing is not to give Wolf XP away. Just trying to prevent it from dying. This time successful. This one needs to go home forever. Is he gonna keep it here? Oh, he is. There's the 6th
I think I
headhunter.
messed up the burrow timing a little bit.
Oh, he forgot that he's already building a 3rd. He's now making a 4th.
I was desperate, I kind of need heal.
My eyes are open.
So headhunters don't need heal cells at all. He can just wait for troll regeneration and send any headhunters he's not comfortable saving in the moment. He can send them home to get troll regeneration, and then eventually they'll be full
He
again.
doesn't have mana right now, so I can target.
Yeah,
some
you have
more
to
of
get the
this.
kill. This one has to be saved. This one has to be saved now. From the left side. He has to send it left. Ah, he's going through the militia. That would have been a kill. Oh no, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna write some notes.
Okay, I need to get the panda.
Escape units via separate groups
D.
into illogical directions.
I'm adding a few extra headhunters. This probably should go home. Headhunters because I messed up and lost a couple.
Okay, that's another comment. Don't replace the core 6HH even if loose. Tier 3 timing more important. Otherwise he's not gonna have Fire Lord in time for the button.
I want to start my regen.
I need Fire Breath. Oh. Okay, it did say haste is better for the fight, so I would have gone Fire Breath here because there were so many units and Pala has no mana. But he is a good listener.
This is very busy, so I feel like he's having troubles dealing with this.
Only killed 1 rifle so far, but at least he's not letting Paladin creep much. Here you would want to go in deep with a headhunter. Go deep with an HH.
We need more gold.
Let me check his stream whether he saw.
Yeah, he's got some healing there.
He did, yeah, he even mentions the healing, so he should have gone in for the cancel. You go in deep with the headhunter because...
I guess it might make sense to target all those to shut down the healing if he's using the healing salve.
Good. Good. Tier 3 is on the way, Torrent's on the way, he's leaving some low headhunters at home. Does he have regen?
Okay, I don't want to fight that.
No troll regen. He got 45. There, oh, there it is. Did you see that? He did that so fast. He was like, headhunter, regen, boom, cancelled
So maybe get
headhunter.
some upgrades.
Did you see that?
This is where, like, maybe it makes sense for me to creep this, but at the same time, denying him from
It is certain.
creeping as well and keeping him busy feels comfortable.
What you want me to do? Work complete. What you want me to do? What you want me to go? You see?
Okay, let's fall back a little bit. I really want to go back and get healing.
No need. He needs to be creeping Panda at some point. Ay, 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 ay. The haste is so good though, oh my god.
Maybe I'm feeding too much wolves.
Feeding too much wolves, yes. Feeding too many wolves. Wolves are quantifiable, so it's many
Oh, I
instead
need
of much.
potion of invul on him. Which is also why I probably have to creep. Why are you?
Block!
Why are you?
Block! Block! Nerds.
Yeah, let's just run back. Try to reset a little bit. Tauren.
Block, 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 block. Block, 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 block. Okay.
Fire Lord.
Okay, so I will also have a comment.
I'm not sure if it makes sense to use it in right now. I'm gonna go heal. I feel like I need to heal up my army because it's so weak. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I made 1 peon too many. Because my population doesn't add up.
No, he didn't.
Okay, yeah.
Watch out.
Okay. Looks good. Needs another Torrent.
Orb is luxury. We're not doing orb. Wait. He has a house there.
One clarity, one mana pot. Ah, no, not everything. He forgot speed
Damn,
scroll.
those are expensive.
Horrible student.
Alright, off we go.
My eyes
What you
are
want me to do?
Probably need... I'm gonna creep one base just to get Potion of Invul on Panda.
Who you want me?
He also has attack upgrade and he's
Which
getting
is probably
second
something I
attack.
should have done already. Long time ago.
Why does he never listen? Yeah. Don't steal XP with Farseer.
I realized I accidentally used the abilities.
Don't steal XP with FSFL. Panda level most important. Except if too
It
hard.
makes sense there to even kill off one of my peons to get another headhunter.
It also kind of makes sense to pick up items.
Let's just poke and see what he's up to.
He's still level 111. It's not really a timing
If I
attack.
take this out, he cannot make rifles anymore.
Blacksmith is one of the hardest buildings to kill. Okay, he immediately soulburned the Blood Mage. Actually kind of sick. Is he gonna go a wah wah wah? Whoa! I need to check it. Oh, Invul, nice.
I think what makes this a bit awkward is that... Oh, stop that. We have no extra abilities except one.
He's fighting Militia.
Still think I'm winning the fight purely because of number. Actually, am I? I just lost my... I think I'm losing the fight. I think I'm losing it hard. Okay, I guess the micro there was probably quite lackluster.
It's mostly a hero
What?
spike.
Oh god.
Just for Suji. Oh
Okay.
That's crazy. But he fought into Militia, right?
Pulverize ability. Wait, they have an ability? Oh, he's just gonna chase me down, isn't he?
Under attack! I'll give you my ass. I am a watch.
I think he needed armor upgrade. And then he tanked with Farseer. He did lose some headhunters to focus fire. The main thing is don't fight into Militia. So maybe he shouldn't fight in that base.
Okay, that doesn't seem nice.
You can go to the next.
Okay, let me take the final fight.
Okay.
They don't die! I think I completely effed up the main fight for sure.
Actually, it's not over. It's not over. Keep fighting. Don't
I'm
go
fighting.
next. You can... I called it too soon. Safe Panda.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Get pulverized and retrain hero. You gotta save the torrents that are low. They're really valuable, both of them. Okay, heal self.
Okay, we go back to heal.
Yeah,
Took my shop.
It's okay, you don't need to defend your base if he comes to attack again, because you have reinforced defenses. So just make sure torrents are like real far back, and just go onto the map and creep. And if he starts attacking your base, just keep creeping for a bit.
Okay.
You have to pick one of the heroes to revive from the altar.
Oh, I thought I did already. I guess I didn't have gold.
Capped. Yeah.
I guess here also I should single target things. Oh, 2 potions of invul. Ooh.
So remember, you don't have to defend your base. Your Torrents need many consecutive heal salves before they can fight again. You have a lot of potential power, but you need at least 2 minutes before you fight.
Okay.
So that you can do consecutive heal salves. Buy all 6 heal salves and move them away in case he attacks. Like somewhere either all the way to the back of your base or somewhere in the Wild West.
He's coming.
Repair with 1 so your Panda finishes.
Oh, true.
And run Panda immediately. It's still true, we can still not fight. Torrents need to go back further because he sees them.
I think I'm stuck here though. No, I'm not.
It's the peons were blocking him, yeah.
Yeah, don't have mana.
Clarity under the invulnerability potion on Panda.
I feel like it's still over. I didn't do any targeting here, but
Yes, numerically not possible anymore, but really good first rendition of a build you've never done. You remembered almost everything, which I was very impressed about.
what did I not remember?
Speed scroll.
Ah, yeah, true. Those things. Oh, I guess
You had clarity
Priest.
pod. You had clarity pod, mana pod, attack upgrade, reinforced defenses, tier 3 timing, totem timing,
Right.
hero timings were all good. First ability, drunken haze. You remembered everything except speed scroll, which was insane.
Let me write that down.
There are 2 major reasons why it didn't go well. These were my notes from the game, by the way.
Can I try to
It's in your
predict
Discord.
first?
Oh yeah, don't look.
I'm not looking. I mean, the first, obviously, the way I engaged in the creeps at the initial made it very awkward for me, and I lost a lot of health on my headhunters, the initial ones.
True.
And then obviously lacking speed scroll, and I think microing fights, or like just not knowing how to target correctly. Once I had 3 heroes, headhunters and Taurens, I guess the Taurens I kind of just let them charge in, and I pull them back if they get low.
Yes.
But headhunters I still need to target fire something and not just let them fight.
Ideally.
And then, of course, just the hero units and abilities. He still got some proper sucking on me at some point.
Yes, after the second soul burn.
Okay, let
Yeah,
me read.
that's true. And you had a comment in the game as well that you were probably feeding too many wolves.
Right.
That's true.
But I feel like they die super fast to his rifles.
Yeah, it's weird. You summon wolves. It's best if you summon them next to rifles so they don't need to walk up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he targets one, and that's already time to pull it back, weirdly enough.
Right, so I should just run in on him and spawn the wolves right on top of him.
Yes, and then they immediately get hits. Then he targets them. You pull one back immediately. Then you
Right.
pull back the other. And even though that feels like weird, that's still 3-4 salvos from him that hopefully don't lead to XP. Meanwhile, your headhunters are shooting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Makes sense. Troll regen, did I
and then,
forget that?
No, you did get it, but you felt uncomfortable about having low headhunters.
Right.
You had 2 low headhunters from the ensnare. You did 1 errant auto attack on the creeps, which re-aggroed them onto you, which made ensnares happen.
Makes sense, makes sense.
And I saw that you saw that. It was like, oops. And then you kept them in your group, which is good because they bolster your DPS and skirmishing power.
Mm-hmm.
Then you at some point had 2 orange ones and 1 nearly dead. And you said you want to go home for heal, but you didn't. Which again, I think it's good that you didn't go home for heal.
Mm-hmm.
But if one drops low enough where it is almost certain that he dies in the beginning of a fight,
Yeah.
take him out of the group, send him home, and just let regen from troll regen take care of him eventually. Ideally, you never spend any heal salve on headhunter ever.
Right.
It all comes from troll regeneration, and you save heal salves for the 3 heroes and the Taurens.
Yeah, someone in the chat said, like,
Except,
when I was trying to deny his third farm, I was attacking the farm itself. He said I should attack the worker.
yes, 100%.
Okay, okay.
It is true that headhunters do quadruple damage on unfinished farms
Mm-hmm.
compared to finished. However, you only had the wolves and the farseer.
Right.
And yeah, you need to kill peasants. So basically, your gameplay is you want to make him. You're basically counting holy lights.
Yeah.
Every holy light he does, for as little investment from you as possible, is a bonus. So you start hitting that peasant, Paladin is going to probably Holy Light that if he doesn't save it fast enough. That's a win. Next time you target Rifle, second Holy Light, yes.
Yeah,
Third
yeah.
Holy Light, yes. And so on.
Yeah, I felt like he did struggle with mana in the start. He did have a lot of low HP rifles, and that went okay. So if I just didn't make those initial mistakes of losing so much HP on some of my headhunters and not feed so many wolves,
Yes.
felt like it was successful in terms of burning his holy lights.
True. It was very good early game. Oh, by the way, you were replacing
Yeah.
Headhunters. And that was a good judgment call. It seems logical. I think it's better to tier 3 first
Okay.
and then start remaking them.
But if it suddenly starts snowballing the other way, I guess he still has to get all the way over to my base, and I have fortified defenses, so I should still be fine.
Yes.
Let's say I lose 3 headhunters. I
Yeah.
should still be fine
Yeah.
going tier 3.
Yeah, because the timing of him attacking then is without Blood Mage. And while that can
Right.
still be really scary, any damage you do on him is damage done forever. And it's not going to be siphoned and then given to Paladin
Yeah.
and then Holy Lighted to everyone. So there's a certain limit to the sustain that he has when he comes in.
Mhm.
And if that does happen, make sure you pick Fire Breath instead of Haze first, because
Right.
now you know that attrition will be the determining factor. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just spam 3 Fire Breaths.
Yeah, I felt like I wasn't sure if the drunken haze I did had much impact.
In this moment, it didn't, because he had about 35 mana.
Right.
I'm glad that you remembered that Haze opening is useful for fight, but it was a fight of your choosing
Mhm.
in his base when he had no mana, where Fire Breath could be important attrition.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, it
So
makes
in that
sense.
case, I would,
He couldn't
do
heal
the
as
Fire Breath.
effectively, so fire breath would have done more.
And he wasn't getting a lot of hits in on you. He was mostly just trying to scramble to put up a defense.
Yeah.
You had a moment where you tried to run away from his base
Mm-hmm.
with Headhunters, and you Death Ball blobbed, walked downwards
Yeah.
in a direct line to your base. You would need to be more comfortable to take them out of your group,
Mhm.
add them to another group, and shift click them to the left, to the far left of the base, and then back to your own base, instead of trying to make them rejoin with your Farseer immediately.
Yeah.
Because he had like 6-7 militia, and you tried to run the gauntlet through them, and one died.
Yeah. I think I
And then
also
later
lost
you
another
did do that
hero.
with the Tauren.
Yeah.
No, that was another moment, I think. That was before you had all the hero losses.
Right.
And later with the Tauren, you did do it, where you removed him and you sent him via the left.
Mm-hmm.
When you attacked him, you had a Tauren, 8 Zerkers, 2-0, and 3 hero, and you did soul burning. The main issue is you were level 111.
Yeah.
And you forgot all of the items at the shop. Like Wand of Mana Stealing, you had no heal scroll, you didn't pick up the Ogre Magi 5 item or the tome.
Oh, I left
And
all
then
those.
Yeah, you left it all.
Right.
So you could have been a little stronger. And the goal is, the very minimum for a happy fight is 1-3-1, which
Mhm.
is Farseer is still allowed to be 1, Panda should be 3, and Firelord 1.
Yeah.
That's the ideal minimum. But ideally, you're going to be like 2-1-3. 2-3-1.
When I go level 3 with Panda, do I do the level up on the fire breath or the drunken haze?
Fire.
Fire, okay. Yeah, that's I definitely felt like, I only have level 1 heroes. Like there was no other abilities than what I started off with. So it felt a bit like underwhelming.
Yeah, it was a little. And this is why your damage was a little low.
Yeah.
Because those 2 soul burns were on the Blood Mage. That's a choice, by the way. Could be Blood Mage or Paladin.
Mhm.
On Blood Mage, you're preventing Paladin to get mana
Mhm.
if he has none, or for you to lose mana to him if you have some.
Yeah.
But you didn't have much good spells, so it wasn't even that bad if he takes your mana by comparison. So
Makes
in
sense.
that particular moment, it would probably make more sense to siphon to soul burn the Paladin.
Yeah.
But if you had level 3 Panda and the mana potion, then you've got 2 full combos, and that's where soul burn would come in to interrupt siphon.
Yeah. At what point would it have made sense for me to take a break to continuously harass him or try to like disturb him and just go creep a base or do a creep or two to level up my heroes?
The moment you get Panda,
Okay.
ideally you immediately get level 2 on him on an orange camp,
Okay.
with separating Farseer away from the camp
Mm-hmm. So
instead of using it aggressively.
So in that case, I just go to an orange camp, like one of the shops, and
Yes.
creep the shop, and then I buy a potion of invul.
Yes. Yes. The dream is his shop, then yours.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you'll be level 2.7, 2.8, and then level 3 is around the corner, right?
Okay, so I should go first his shop and then my shop as well, or just his shop and then aggressive again?
You want 3. The goal is
Okay.
1-3-1 for
So
heroes.
so once
minimum.
Panda is out, my goal switches from distracting him, disturbing him, to getting my Panda to level 3, and then resume the pressure.
Exactly. Especially because the humans you're facing, their tech timing is slowed by the damage that you did with Farseer.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your Panda minutes before their Blood Mage comes out.
Right.
That means if you do meet each other, you have hero skill advantage. You have Drunken Haste, which greatly reduces damage and movement speed on him.
Mm-hmm.
So if he takes a fight into you while you're doing one of these things, you can have your level 1-1 fight. But if he is still licking his wounds or he's trying to scurry and rat away somewhere in the corner of the map,
Mm-hmm.
then you're getting the primary camps on the map because you're the upper dog until Blood Mage comes out.
Okay.
And you try to use this time to get Panda 3.
Then to me,
Try again.
what would make sense? What would make sense is then, okay, Panda is out. I'll spawn wolves with my Farseer. I'll creep a camp, and while I'm creeping, I'll send my Farseer to pick up potions and such from my Voodoo Lounge, for example.
If you do that, give TP to Panda just in case.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or you need to have a very good handle on where he is.
Yeah.
But yes, that would be fine. You get heal self, clarity, speed with Farseer during that time. Yes.
Listen,
there was one more really important thing. When you took the 1-1-1 fight, he pulled all militia from wood.
Yeah.
So it was like he had another equivalent of 5 Grunth value.
I should just back off
That's
until they run out.
Yes.
Listen, Grubby, I also see on your notes here, you didn't have to say terrible and horrible in the same about the speed scrolls. Just terrible or just horrible was enough.
No, I did that because I was getting too proud and sentimental that you remembered everything.
Okay.
And then I made a joke and I forgot to sanitize it when I sent it to you. I said you did everything I asked for, and then I realized you don't have speed scroll, so I had to punch a pillow, you know?
So yeah, that feels brutal. It's like you get A's on every single class, and then like one is a little bit rough, and then
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I didn't mean it.
No, but like already here, I feel like I'm getting a lot of knowledge, like not just specifically to this build itself, but like just small things. I think it all is very useful. And this is the first time I ever used a Tavern Hero, so that's cool.
Oh, sick! And you already used, you just start using the spells immediately in a good way. It's really nice.
I think like the last 2 days, I took big steps in item usage, which I was really, really bad at. That you could have said terrible, horrible on, let's say 3 days ago, but it's getting better. But yeah, Paladin+Rifle still is rough.
Which items?
Like to always make sure I get like a potion of like invols on my Blade Master, for example.
Yeah.
I also have seen you run and grab like once there's nighttime, you run and grab like that circlet with Blade Master.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is essentially,
Nice.
someone said it's like a free level up, essentially.
Almost, right?
Yeah.
Stats wise.
Yeah. So that's where watching someone play Orc well, like you're a decent player, I think. So it helps.
Thank you, Viper.
You're very welcome, Follow Grubby.